Since the middle of the pandemic, I have been investing in Tesla stock $1 a day. Hey everyone, this is the Anonymous Investor. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to this little experiment I performed over the course of last year during the middle of the pandemic. So on the left hand side, I have a chart of the S&P 500 index. This basically just tracks the top 500 companies. And on the right hand side, I have Tesla stock. And I have the chart showing 1 year. And so I want to bring everyone's attention to around the February mark. The S&P was trading at $3,370 and Tesla was trading at around $180, $170. Keep in mind this is post-split. So for those of you that don't know, basically there was a 5-to-1 Tesla split, meaning that for every 1 share of Tesla that you owned, you were actually given 5 in exchange and the price was essentially cut by 5. So I remember it trading for around $900 and then essentially, once again, the 5-to-1 split, so it got cut in 5, and so that's why right now what you see in this chart, it is showing 180. Anyhow, an interesting thing happened with Tesla. While most of the stocks were going down during the pandemic, Tesla for some reason kept increasing, but it was just a matter of time before Tesla ended up also getting hit really hard. Back then, I think it dropped to like the low 300s, and currently the price here shows like $72 March 18th. I think like March 23rd was like the bottom of the market. Yeah, look at that, March 23rd. All the stocks pretty much tanked like 75%. A lot of stocks were hit really hard. But there was actually like a huge recovery that started happening. The reason I started this experiment is because the stock market can be very overwhelming, very scary for people. I know I tried to get a lot of my friends into the stock market and I've always heard the same things of like, isn't that just gambling? You're just throwing money away. You can't control the stocks. What's going to happen? And so I got curious. Now, one of the things you constantly hear when it comes to the stock is that timing the market doesn't work. Time in the market always beats timing the market. What timing this market essentially is you are trying to buy at the lowest point and then you are trying to sell at the highest point. But here's the thing. You don't know when is the high point or the low point. No one can ever know. When we go back to Tesla, right? Ideally, you could have sold in February, right? Right here, you could have sold in February and then you could have bought back in March, like March 23rd area. And then you could have held and held and held and you could have sold over here on August 31st when it was at 500 a share. And then you could have sold, you could have sold right here and then you could have bought back in here and just pocket those profits. That's what a lot of people like to think when it comes to the stock market, right? They're like, ooh, if I can just time it, if I can just buy it at the lowest, sell it at that highest point, make that sweet, sweet money. Yeah, that'd be awesome if we could do that, if we had a crystal ball. And I'm not going to get into day trading or any of that or any like reading charts or anything, but I just wanted to show you guys the experiment of investing $1 a day into Tesla. So I actually started this back on May 13th. So here, let me go on my phone and let me show you guys. So there you see at the very bottom, you see May 13, I bought 0.001 share of Tesla. That's right. Nowadays, you don't even need to buy a full entire share. You can do fractional shares. You can even do just an X amount of money. So I just did $1 a day. So on May 13th, I bought $1. On May 14th, I bought $1. May 15th, $1, and so on and so on and so on. And I was only able to purchase 0.001. I think after a time as Tesla started increasing, look, 0.009. And then if I scroll up, 0.007. We're in August, 0.0005. Scrolling up, 0.002. So as you can see, I committed through this. I invested $1 a day. And towards the end of it, I invested for a total of 162 trading days. Now, the reason you see Wednesday there is because I think one of the days on Tuesday I missed. For the most part, I was pretty good on always buying when the market opened or like 2 hours into when the market opened. I actually haven't bought today. I wanted to record this video before the very first trading day of 2021. So yeah, because I didn't actually buy on Tuesday, I ended up buying $2 worth on Wednesday. But in total, I invested $162 into Tesla during the middle of a pandemic. And as you saw from the chart earlier, Tesla has been constantly going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And there's this other concept of dollar cost averaging, which we'll definitely talk about later on in this channel. But I essentially wanted to experiment with dollar cost averaging and what would happen if you were to invest a dollar a day, especially during a bull market. So I want you guys to take the moment right now to comment below. Once again, I invested $162 over the course of like 6-7 months into Tesla stock during the middle of a pandemic. But how much do you think this is currently worth right now? Do you think I own a Tesla share? Do you think I own a fractional Tesla share? What do you guys think? $162, we see that it's currently selling for, or one share is going for $720. So what do you guys think? I'll give you some time to comment below. All right, so before we scroll up and you guys can see how much my Tesla stock investment is currently worth, you guys can see right there, I currently own 0.5 shares of Tesla. So I own half a Tesla share. So that should already give you an idea of how much it's currently worth. The price per share at the moment is $7.23 as of time recording. The total company value is $686 billion. And so let me just scroll up and take a look at that. This is insane. I only invested $162, but it is currently worth $205. Now, yes, Tesla has had an extraordinary year. Again, this is the 1-year chart. That is just absolutely phenomenal. It's been an absolute beast of a company. 700% up in the past year. In the past month, even look at this, 18. A while back, Tesla was rumored to be included into the S&P 500, and I think on December 21st was when it was actually going to be included. And a lot of people kept saying, oh, as soon as it gets included, it is going to drop. A lot of people are going to sell, people are going to take profits, and there's going to be a dip. There's going to be a dip. There's going to be a dip. Well, here is December 21st, and then here is Tesla after that. There was a slight dip, but look at that. It's been increasing. Let's look at the 1 week. It's up 10% in the past week. In the past month, up 18%. So this goes back to this idea of timing the market. Can you time the market? Gosh, guys, it's really hard. I'm the long-term investor. I have actually been investing in Tesla since 2014. So I'm a long-term investor, but I wanted to do an experiment investing $1 a day into Tesla just to see what would actually happen. And I mean, this is phenomenal. I'm literally up over 100% on my $1 a day investments. Now, of course, it would be amazing if I would have put in all $162, right? During the biggest break right here. What was it, like March? Here, let's go back to the 1 year. If I could have invested all of my money in there, but what if you don't have $160 on that date, right? So $1 a day. It worked. Dollar cost averaging, it's been working. Now, once again, I know Tesla's had a phenomenal year. But the next question is, well, what if you did other companies? What would happen? Well, don't worry, because I actually invested in other companies. I invested in Apple, Disney, Starbucks, Boeing, Netflix, Amazon, and Microsoft. And I tried to get kind of a wide spectrum of different companies. And I tried to use very popular companies that people know. I mean, these are companies you frequent quite often, right? Everyone knows what Disney is. Maybe you have a Disney Plus subscription, which by the way is what, like $8 a month? Starbucks, how many people go to Starbucks? How much money do you spend on Starbucks? So I essentially tried the exact same experiment with, what is it, like 8 other stocks. Apple, actually, I started like a week or two earlier, but every other company, Disney, Starbucks, Boeing, Netflix, Amazon, and Microsoft, all of those I have also invested $162 over the course of 2020 since May 13 when I started. So really, I did $8 a day during every trading day because you can't trade on Saturdays and Sundays and you can't trade on certain holidays. But yeah, everyone, I'm definitely going to be revealing the results of the other companies I invested in, and I'm super eager to show you guys, but I just wanted to focus on Tesla since that one had the most astronomical numbers out of all the companies that I invested in. Now, some of these also pay dividends, so basically what a dividend is, it's for holding shares of a company. They actually pay out X amount of money, so that's pretty cool. So some of these actually just paid me for holding it. And when you look at the companies I invested in, just think about, like, do you use these companies? Do you have money already? Do you pay like a monthly subscription? Like, do you have some sort of Apple subscription? Do you get a brand new phone every year, which is like $1,000+? If you have to make the decision between getting a brand new phone every year or maybe taking that money and just diversify it throughout a year, maybe this video will make you reconsider that. Disney, maybe lots of you during the pandemic got Disney Plus. That's what, $8 a month, $10 a month? You know, just there's a lot of places where you can find that extra $1 a day. Starbucks, how many of you go to Starbucks, spend $5, $10, $20 on coffee? So Netflix subscription, Amazon, I'm sure a lot of you use Amazon like crazy. So just something to consider. I wanted to bring this video out to show you guys the astronomical numbers of Tesla, but then I definitely want to show you guys the other companies as well. So stay tuned for a future video to see when I invest $1 into 8 different companies, and you can see what happens with every single one of them. Thank you guys for watching. I'm the Anonymous Investor, and remember to dream big.